Look at this problem. 2 liters of an ideal gas at a pressure of 10 atmosphere expand isothermally into a vacuum until its volume is 10 liter. How much heat is absorbed and how much work is done in the expansion? So here we have to use the isothermal irreversible process. So the formula is what? Q is equal to minus W is equal P external pressure V volume of final minus volume of initial. So here Q is equal to minus W. So here what is that? Vacuum. That's mean vacuum until its volume is 10 liter. So the P external is vacuum. So it will be what? 0. So already we know that is P external when vacuum is what? 0. So we have to apply this value 0. Then 2 liters of ideal gas at pressure 10 atmosphere expand isothermally into a vacuum until its volume is 10 liters. So that the final volume is what? 10. So 10 minus the initial volume is 2. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 into 0. So it will become 0. So here no work is done, no heat is absorbed. The result is what? No work is done, no heat is absorbed. Then see, consider the next here same problem. Consider the same expansion but this time against a constant external pressure of 1 atmosphere. Suppose if the Px is, there is P external pressure is 1 means what? The same formula Q minus W, Q is equal to minus W, P external, so volume final minus volume initial. So here the external pressure is what? 1 atmosphere. External pressure at 1 atmosphere. So that here apply the value 1 into 10 minus 2, 8, so become 8. So that means 8 liter per 8 liter atmosphere. Then they again consider the same expansion to final volume of 10 liters conducted reversibly. So this same problem for reversibly. So here reversible means the reversible formula is what? 2.303 nRT log of Vf minus Vi. So here the total number of volume that is 10, so that using of this Q is equal to minus W is equal 2.303 into 10 the log of V final is what? In 10 V initial is 2, so we'll get 16.1 liter atmosphere. Look this problem. If water vapor is assumed to be a perfect gas, molar enthalpy change for vaporization of 1 mole of water at 1 bar and 100 degree Celsius is 41 kilojoule per mole. Calculate the internal energy change when 1 mole of water is vaporized at 1 bar pressure and 100 degree Celsius. Second is 1 mole of water is converted to into ice. So first what is here? First is liquid. There is 1 mole of water vaporized at 1 bar of pressure. So that its liquids converts to gaseous. So first one, the change is water liquid to water gas. So H2O gas. Then the formula is was already we know that delta H is equal to delta U plus delta Ng RT. So delta Ng RT. This is the formula. Or you can write it here. You have to calculate internal energy, so that delta U is equal to delta H minus delta Ng RT. So substituting this value, we will get delta H is what here, 41 41 kilojoule per mole, and the number of moles of gas only 1 mole, so that minus 1 into R value is what, 8.314 into temperature. Temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, so that it will become 373 Kelvin. Now you will get, after simplifying, you will get the value is 37.904 kilojoule per mole. The unit is internal energy, so that kilojoule per mole. Then the second is what? The change is liquid to ice. That's mean liquid to solid. So the second equation is H2O liquid gives H2O solid, ice. So there is a negligible change in the volume, so we can put it delta P delta V is equal to delta Ng RT is equal to approximately what? 0. So in this case, that is why that's mean delta H is approximately delta U. So that delta H is 41 kilojoule per mole. So the delta U also 41 kilojoule per mole. Next problem is calculate the standard free energy for a reaction for conversion of oxygen to ozone. So this equation is 3/2 moles of oxygen gives ozone, that is O3 gas at 298 Kelvin. If Kp for this conversion is 2.47 into 10 power minus 29. Already we know that for a standard free energy for a reaction is delta or G naught is equal to minus 2.303 log of 2.303 RT into log of Kp. That is K. Simply can say that as K. We know that the Kp value and the R value is what? The gas constant value, that is 8.314 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. So this is the value. Then the temperature is given, that is 298 Kelvin, and the log Kp value is 2.47 into 10 power minus 29. Now we have to apply this value, so that the delta R naught or G naught is equal to minus 2.303 into R value is what? 8.314 into 298 into, that is log Kp is 2.47 into 10 power minus 29. So after simplifying, we'll get it as minus 2.303 into 8.314 into 298 log 2.47, then into this that is log of 29, minus 29 log 10. So after simplifying, take log everything and work out it. So we will get 163,000 joule per mole. The unit is joule per mole. Or there is, or you can convert it in the kilojoule. 163 kilojoule per mole. Next problems. Find out the value for equilibrium constant for the following reaction at 298 Kelvin. So 2 moles of NH3 gas plus 1 mole of carbon dioxide gas gives NH2 CO NH2 aqueous plus H2O liquid. So here the standard Gibbs energy change at the given temperature is minus 13.6 kilo joule per mole. So here we have to find out the equilibrium constant, that is K. So already we know that the standard Gibbs energy for a reaction is negative, that is minus 2.303 RT into log K. So we have to find out the equilibrium constant. So rearranging the equation, log K is equal to negative delta G naught for a reaction divided by 2.303 into RT. So already we know that the R value is what? R value is 8.314. Right here R value 8.314 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Then the temperature is 298 Kelvin. So apply this value. So log K is equal to already given, that is delta RG for delta G naught for a reaction is minus, there is one, sorry, here I have to put here the value 13.6 divided by 2.303 into R value is what? 8.314 and the temperature is 298 Kelvin. So after simplifying, we will get 2.38. So here that log K is what? 2.38. So that K will be what? Anti-log of 2.38. So we will take anti-log of 2.38 as 2.4 into 10 power 2. So this is the K value. Look at this problem. For oxidation of iron, 4 moles of iron solid react with 3 moles of oxygen gas gives 2 moles of Fe2O3, iron 3 oxide solid. Here the entropy change is minus 549.4 joule per Kelvin per mole at 298 Kelvin. So in spite of negative entropy change of this reaction, why is the reaction is spontaneous? So here the delta standard enthalpy change for a reaction is minus 1648 into 10 power 3 joule per mole. Now we have to find out why this reaction is spontaneous. First, the spontaneity of the reaction is what? There is delta S total entropy change, that is total entropy into, that is systems plus surrounding, entropy of a systems and the entropy of the surrounding. Already we know that. So here for calculating delta S surrounding, you have to what? The change, that is delta S, we have to calculate delta S for surrounding. Then we have to consider the heat absorbed by the surrounding, which is equal to what? Which is equal to minus delta reaction of enthalpy of a reaction, standard enthalpy of a reaction at temperature, so that divided by T. That is the entropy change of the surrounding is S, delta S is equal to, surrounding is equal to minus reaction, standard reaction enthalpy of a reaction divided by T. So this is at constant pressure, and we know that value minus delta RH, already value is given here, so that negative minus the 1648 into 10 power 3 divided by temperature at 298 Kelvin. So put 298. Then you will get this. The unit is what here? Joule, mole inverse. Here, Kelvin. Now, after there is minus and minus plus, then take a logarithm of this and this value. You will get 5530 joule Kelvin. There is Kelvin inverse and mole inverse. Then, so the total entropy change. The total entropy changes for the reaction is what? That is systems delta S for a surrounding is equal to 5530 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Then systems this and the surrounding, that is already we know that there is the entropy change. The entropy change for the reaction plus minus, here the value is given here, entropy change, so that minus 549.4 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. So after adding this value, you will get the value is 4980.6 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. So this shows this value shows the reaction is spontaneous because of the positive value. The delta S surrounding is equal to what? Spontaneous value. That is spontaneous means we will get the positive value.